The Young Lions are our next division on the racetrack. So the Young Lions legends on the Speed Fast qualifier position on the pole is Brexton Bush from Mooresville, North Carolina. To the outside, the 55 is Landon Thrasher. Nathan Williams and Case James is row number 2. Sam Macedo and Colt Johnson is row number 3. Gerald White III, Jackson Burnett is row 4. Jackson Fuchs and Bryson Carlbert is row number 5. Sadie Parsons and Riley Hutchins, row number 6. Cole Dazenbrock and Lucas Theck in 14th. James Benke and Alex Pate, row number 8. T2 is Cam Truitt, Killicam in 17th. Eli Black in the 18th spot. Rylan Spate and Colton Hale in through 20th. Completing your field, B3 Lee, Billy Lee, Simon Klein, Emerson Lane, Bryson Nichols, Ethan Hicken, and Cal Anderson. Brexton Bush is your Speed U Fast qualifier for the Young Lions. Speed U is a fully accredited online academic platform that allows youth racers who compete full-time and travel to complete their academic work at their own pace and leisure. All field trips and extracurricular activities are designed to prepare students for a career in motorsport. So a big thank you to the folks at Speed U. They are presenting our Fast qualifier for our divisions all week this week. If you're watching us on Facebook, welcome to our live look and head to uslegendcars.tv. This is our first full feature of the week, and this is, Austin, a full feature. It's 26 cars getting ready to come to green, and it's led by the Surf Pro number 18B, the bright green 18B of Brexton Bush. We are underway for a 25-lap contest.
And we have last year's, big trouble in turn 1.
Oh, that is a parking lot.
Gerald White, the third around in the 38. The 77 of Fuchs is in it. Riley Hutchins. Can't quite make out that other blue car there, but they all kind of stacked up into turn 1. You see James Benke down in the grass along with Camden Truitt. A lot of good race cars caught up in this lap 1 melee.
I said this earlier as we take a look at the replay. Where does this start? Fuchs is sideways right there, and I think... So Brad discussed this in the driver's meeting earlier, that if you hit somebody and you're tucked up tight with somebody on a restart, chances are when you drive through them, they drive through the car in front of them, and they drive through the car in front of them, and I think that's what we see. I think it starts around Fuchs in the 80 and goes backwards, or goes forward and goes backward all at the same time.
Yeah, big accordion effect. You see the 24 here gets into the back of the 3 of Sadie Parsons. That shoves Parsons into the car in front of her.
That's actually, I think, Theck in the 50. It's a Joe Ryan race car. There's a lot of Joe Ryan race cars in this field.
And like you said, Tim, it just becomes a giant accordion effect and nowhere for these guys to go. Look at this air time there over Colton Hale. I believe that's Billy Lee.
There are a lot of good cars. So I said this at the start of the week that I think the Young Lions division, yes, there's a quantity of cars. There's 27 of them that are here. And there's the 3 into the 77, into the 38.
And then there's just nowhere to go.
And there's a couple of cars that are in behind. And I feel bad for, Colton Hale and Riley Hutchins. And Spate got woed up just before that. So watch here one more time. So in there, 3 of Parsons gets into the 77, who gets into the 38. There's a little bit of contact in behind. We can't really see it off that shot. But that is where everybody gets jacked up. And, you look at the outside black, and the 5 gets by. The 10 of Pate, the 32 of Klein, 42 of Anderson, the 5 of Hicken. Bryson Nichols, I believe that might have been in the 80 gets by.
Definitely not the way we wanted to start this race, start the week here for the Young Lions.
No, absolutely not. Once again, we're on our live look-in. Head over to uslegendcars.tv to see all the racing action here this week. And while we're here, we got a little bit of a red flag. Drop a comment down below. Let us know that you're watching some racing on a Monday afternoon. Hit that share button. Let your friends know you're watching some racing. And we're interactive. Where are you from? Who are you cheering for? And for those that are in the north, how cold is it? because it's warmed up here. Now, I don't know. I don't think the truck has got their weather forecast yet because they've been out having a little tan before we started, getting all that sun down on them. But I can tell you that it is a beautiful day, nice and hot and sunny, and we are enjoying it down here. We're enjoying the AC up here, I will tell you that much. Here's the work area. There's Sadie Parsons in the 3.
Yeah, Sadie, one of the local drivers. She runs here on a regular basis, both the Legend car and in the Crown Vic.
And she did well last week as well, as a couple of the crew members look over, and one of our younger drivers trying to help out there as well. Yes, that is Aiden the Shark. Aiden picked up a win here last week at Auburndale Speedway. So want to say hello to Brandon Acree, 36 degrees. That is, I mean, if that was Celsius, that would be hot, but it's I'm assuming that it's Fahrenheit. So
I would assume so.
Yep. Jordan Hahn is watching. Logan Drumheller, there's a name. Oh, here we go. 78 degrees, feels like 76. Humidity 24. Oh,
we're getting the whole weather report.
We are getting the whole weather report, folks. Apparently, we have a 7-day forecast, even though we're only here for 5. Look at this. This is nice. You guys have been doing some work on your graphics since last year.
We're going to get some cloud cover midweek.
Overcast and 71 degrees. That is Fat Man weather right there on Wednesday. That's beautiful. But again, no rain in the forecast for at least our 5 days that are here, and then a nice weekend too, by the looks of it. So, thank you to a professional weather spotter, Anthony Steffens, for putting that together.
So continuing to clean up there over in turns 1 and 2. Here's another look at the hot pit area. Now you see James Benke.
I think this place is going to be a busy as they continue to disassemble cars over there in turn number 1. T2, Killicam doesn't have a front bumper, so they will get that one put back on. Logan Drumheller says, what's up, guys? Looking forward to possibly coming back for the rest of the winter heat. Was 8 degrees here this morning. Again, Logan's raced here with us at Winter Nationals, and always look forward to seeing his car on the racetrack. John Taylor, 74 and sunny in the pits. Close to it, what we had there on our forecast. Sean Johnson, let's go Colt 45. Donnie St. Hours and that team have been busy over there in that pit with Colt and Zeke Hanger. And we talked about teams earlier when we were having our last beginner feature. Donnie St. Hours does a phenomenal job over there, too. The 77 just drove. I don't know if he went to his pit or he went to the work area, but we'll see where that car went in just a few moments. It is quite busy. One more coming in here. We will see who comes down the road. I think Riley Hutchins is set to come down here as well.
Yeah, it's such an unfortunate start to what I feel like was a highly anticipated Young Lions feature. We had 2 Bandolero champions from last year on the front row in Brexton Bush and Landon Thrasher. We've been talking about drivers moving up through the ranks. Ben Morabito won the national championship at this level last year. He's now running pro this year, so it gives a chance for other drivers to step up into this Young Lions field. And then we have a good mix of local drivers like Sadie Parsons, Bryson Carlbert's here as well, Gerald White III, who run this track on a regular basis.
We chatted with Riley Hutchins earlier, and I'm sure we'll have that piece throughout, but she was very excited to get going. Had a podium run here last week at Auburndale, and just very excited to get going. The team switched halfway through the season last year to Joe Ryan Race Cars, and that team is fairly busy. But, again, you look at what they have in their pit area and the way they lay everything out, and they have a phenomenal spot back there for all their drivers to learn and coach and what have you. So we apparently have the weather spotter, Anthony Steffens. By the way, this is supposed to be Halifax, Nova Scotia, which means it's supposed to be in Celsius, not Fahrenheit. But it is I'm sure you can. It's 27 Fahrenheit in Halifax, which, by the way, the best plow driver in Halifax, because the last couple of years we've seen Jordan Vino in the plow, -3 degrees in Halifax, and feels like -9. Glad I'm not 20 kilometer an hour winds. I don't envy any of them at home. Our best plow driver, Jordan Vino, usually is in his plow, and he sends us pictures of watching us here on U.S. Legend Cars TV. Jordan Vino is with us today. Apparently, there's no snow in that forecast, which means Jordan doesn't have to push it around at home. So Jordan is somewhere up there. I'm sure he hears his name and he's like, where's that coming from? But he's here. Good to have him here, and good to have some folks that we said earlier. And here's the 7-day for Halifax. Light freezing rain on Friday.
-11.
Moderate or heavy snow showers. So Jordan Vino's going home Wednesday to plow the snow on Thursday and Saturday, and patchy moderates. Anthony Steffens is
look at those
big
adjectives. Yeah,
absolutely. So, but good to have some folks here. I've seen people here that we usually see as either fans or drivers or what have you. We got a bunch of new people here as well, which is really, really good to see. If you're in the grandstand, you're here at Auburndale Speedway, thank you for coming. If you're at home, thank you for being there as well. I'll tell my buddy Geldard story. So Buddy Geldard is the flagman at Riverglade Speedway at home, and he used to race legend cars. He is like a kid in a candy store down here because of all the legends and bandoleros and everything else. He's been walking around in the pits, taking pictures and talking to drivers and just having a good time. And if you've never been, and whether you're in New England, maybe you're out in California, maybe you've never experienced a Winter Nationals in person, it's one of those things that you have to do and put on your bucket list if you're a Legends. And even if you're down here for Speed Weeks and doing other things like we had with Austin McDonald, take a day and come out here and enjoy this. We start at 10 a.m. for practice and qualifying. We usually race around 12:30, 1 o'clock. Plenty of time to do everything else you want to do with your day and come out here and enjoy this too.
Yeah, for sure. It's Speed Weeks in Florida. It's something special for sure.
Yeah, they are going to, Joe Ryan and team are going to work on the 25 as they try to rebuild some stuff at the back. And upcoming events, Winter Heat, the Charlotte Motor Speedway Roval. That was the weekend that we lost due to, and we don't want to say snow very loud, but snow on March 14th and 15th. Spring Nationals in Nashville, April 13 to 18, and then the Showdown Series at Elko on May 14 to 16. You can find those events on U.S. Legend Cars TV. Karsten Munch says, let's go Bryson Carlbert. Nikki Johnson tuned in, also cheering for Bryson. Henry Wayman, Connie Newsom, Slick Nick Newsom. That kid in the 31 car has been impressive the last couple of days. Really looking forward to seeing what he has when we go back racing here momentarily. I want to say hello to Paul Strickland Jr., who is watching from Turn 1, the Tiki Hut in Turn 1. There he is. Robbie Vandenberg is watching. Mark Gautreau is watching. So the hustling hub city of Moncton, New Brunswick is watching. And he also said he's a tow truck driver. He said, I don't envy the tow truck drivers or the forklift drivers here today. And Garth Bazanson is watching. Our technical director on the Bandolero Road Trip is watching in as well. So good to have you along for the ride as everybody's just looking over there. They're still rebuilding Thex number 52 car, 25. 52. It's 25 from this side if you look at it from the roof.
The front cars that went to the work area are going to the tail. 77, 3, 1J, T2, 15, 52.
So they are continuing to work there. Once again, we're on the look-in. If you're watching us on Facebook, drop a comment down below. I'll let your friends know you're watching. Addison Vino is saying Jordan's not plowing snow in Florida. Well, I would hope not because there's none here. No.
We got flurries last week, believe it or not. It was crazy.
Chad Barker's cheering on all the RDP teams. Middle Tennessee, North Alabama, and Southern Kentucky drivers. Mitch Wright says, let's go. I don't know where Mitch is watching the race from. He might be in the grandstands. He might be in his pit, which is technically on the other side of the gate. We have a figure 8 race here on the 21st at Auburndale, and I've been told Pit Road TV is going to be handling that. So, the Indianapolis Speedrome people are here as well. So they are going to be in the house for the figure 8, and if you can't be in the house, pitroad.tv is the place to go for that.
And that's a sight to see, those pro figure 8 cars.
I saw my first one at Showtime about 10 years ago, and it's magnificent. If you've never seen a elite pro figure 8 field, it's something if you're here at Auburndale and you're here in Florida, and maybe you're here for an extra week after we do this Winter National stuff, get back here for that because that is something to see. National qualifier at the Speedrome is September 4th and 5th, and look who is that?
Yeah, he's won a cup race or two.
He's won a couple of legend car races in the last week or so, as well as Kyle watches Brexton on from position at number 1, so we did not get a lap in, so this will be a double file. We will tell you that later on we will be doing the Delaware double file on the successive restarts. Kenny Hopper is also watching, Jennifer Brassfield among them. So once again, let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. And let's be interactive on this Young Lions feature. Justin Knapp says, we need Charger standout Willie Howells. Yes, he did not make the trip. I'm sure he's somewhere in Canada, nice and cold. It's like one of those things that you free somebody and then they just come out and they race. I think that's what we do with Willie Howells. We are getting ready to go green. Field is doubled up. We do have, I believe, maybe 1 or 2 more cars in that work area. Feck is back out. Hutchins is back out. Parsons is here. Benke's here. T2 is here.
Yeah, so complete restart minus the cars that went into the work area. They'll have to go to the rear of the field. And there you see that's the 08 of Billy Lee. He's still in the work area and not too much work happening. So yellow lights are still on. So now, Tim, you know, we didn't get going. We made it to turn 1 and calamity happened. So now you got to hit the reset button, get your mind right after this lengthy red flag, and go back at it.
Yeah, try to get yourself in a mindset that, you know, put whatever we just had behind us. There's a little bit of time already spent in that time limit. Not a whole lot, because usually red flags don't count a whole lot towards that, but there's a little bit of time spent there. But you look at this field. We talk about the talent. There is a quantity of drivers. There's 27 drivers that signed in. I think 26 took the green flag. Brexton Bush, Landon Thrasher, front row. Obviously, Landon Thrasher has done standout in Bandoleros, as is Brexton Bush. Champions in their own rights, along with NX Championships. Nathan Williams in behind in the 117, that yellow car, and Case James. There's some folks watching from the grandstands in turn number 3. I see the Pickett folks are over there. Stephen Pickett picked up a B-main win in semi-pro. We have 36 semi-pro drivers here. If you're watching us on the look-in, or this might be the first time you're catching our ear, 36. We ran 2 B-mains. We'll start 24 later on. There's a lot of cars, a lot of competition here, and that's what we expect out of an event like Winter Nationals. Field is tucked up tight behind the Serve Pro 18B of Brexton Bush. Let's try this again. Green flag flies were underway.
Much better start there. You see 3 wide further back. Colton Hale, who didn't have a good qualifying run, trying to make up some ground, but still dead even off turn number 4. Brexton Bush by about half a car.
Side by side, and we'd mentioned that tack being put down on a Sunday. We'll see now if that tack helped out that outside line. Bush leads. It's side by side with Williams and Thrasher, and then in behind the 16 of Macedo down to the bottom with the 15 Jay of James, and here comes Colt Johnson in the 45 car. You know he's going to be strong all week long.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, track promoter Rex Guy, he loves spraying that sticky stuff on the corners of this racetrack, and when we see the late models here throughout the year, they really like that outside groove when it's sticky like that.
15 of James falls into line just behind the 55. White 55 of Thrasher. Macedo in the 16 just ahead of them as they go wheel to wheel down into turn number 2. Top 3 single file. Yellow, it's Spate.
Yellow, top of 2. Go low.
I didn't see how Ryland got there, but I did see a lot of smoke coming from that one as he tried to get it woed up in turn number 2. The driver from Emerald Isle, North Carolina.
Drivers, get single file. We will fix you. Get single file. We will fix you.
Car looks to be okay, so I don't think it was contact with anything.
So it gets going again. Thumbs up, thumbs down to those guys that are in the work area. Trying to figure out if he should make that move back there and get that car checked out.
All right, 117 in. Let's go. front of you.
Here's a look at the replay, and the 10 car gets loose.
Ooh.
Looks like 45 Spate just jumps on the binders there.
And I think he probably thought, hey, if I don't, I'm going into the wall at a quicker rate of speed. Right there, and they're open wheels, wheel-to-wheel contact, right there, and he's along for the ride.
One to green right here.
Want to say hello to Carla King, who's watching from Florida. TJ Moon is tuned in. Wish you were here, TJ. There is a great young talent behind the wheel of a Bandolero and a Legend car. D. Keener is watching from PA, cheering on Macy Prowell and Chargers. And Travis Turple is watching as well. His son Ben will be in the Bandits later on this afternoon.
So here's a good look. Here's a good look at that Delaware double file. Leader out in front by himself. If you watch a lot of dirt racing, you may be familiar with how this works. New to us this year. I don't believe we did this last year. So
didn't do it last year, but did it at Nationals in Las Vegas. And it worked out really, really well at Vegas. So why no, 10 around. Pate Klein, Bryson Nichols, I believe that is. And one more involved. That might be Thek.
Yeah.
The Joe Ryan Race Cars entry. So it's not how you want to meet each other down in turn number 2.
5E, this is your warning. A rolled up black flag is being pointed at you. You touch another car, you are done. You touch another car, you are done.
Yeah, that's the 5 of Eli Black.
Everybody back to where you were at. Single file.
Multi-cars before the exit of turn 2 on a start or a restart.
On a restart.
And you heard there from Brad Hockaday a warning being given to the 5 of Eli Black for contact with another car.
Want to say hello to Wendell Dempsey, who's tuned in on our live look-in. Stephen Rose is tuned in from beautiful Harvey, New Brunswick. Matt Myler, who is the photographer at Eastbound Park in Avondale, Newfoundland and Labrador, wants to know, is Cullen in this race? Cullen ran the B main earlier today in the semi-pro division. Simon Klein, we talked about Vegas and those Delaware double files. So we're going to look at something a little extracurricular as well. The 32 picked up the Chargers win at Asphalt Nationals in Vegas. Colton Hale.
Oh, Carlbert. Yep. Bryson Carlbert comes up on Colton Hale. And you know, Tim, before we even started the race, I noticed Colton Hale started in the 20th spot, which is not normal for...
No.
We usually see him up front, and he has had a heck of a time in this race so far.
Well, and obviously caution flag is out here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, she got to bring the flag back out. The quality of the young drivers, our future of motorsports, obviously here in this Young Lions division, but the future looks really, really bright as well because there's a lot of really talented drivers in here.
All right, 80 and 3 past the 15. 80 and 3 past
32 to 32, driver from Oklahoma, Simon Klein, going to head back to the work area.
Young driver picked up that Chargers win at Nationals and had to make a move. I believe it was on Willie Howells late in that race. As they are still working on the B3 car. Billy Lee's out of the car, though.
77, up 2 cars. 50, I need you up 2 cars. Up, not backwards. Up, 2 cars.
So now they will get 2 laps in the work area. So we're going to check the toe on that car.
We are working work area laps.
Making sure everything is straight on that thing.
All right, drivers, let's go ahead and start doubling up.
It's only 4 laps into this one, and you know, we've spent quite a few minutes on the caution time here, so we're going to need to get into a rhythm.
We will have to get some laps in here as well. If you're watching us on our live look in uslegendcars.tv, place to go. This is we had the beginner split features, but this is the first big feature of the week. We've got 5 days of racing, comprehensive library of what we have as well on US Legend Cars TV. Lots to watch. Head over there if you haven't already. If you're watching us on Facebook, we've got some fans here. Corey Adams is tuned in. Beth Waddell is tuned in from Maryland. We have hello to Thomas McFadden, Zachary Suggs, Tyson Carlbert. Cameron Hare is watching from Miramichi, New Brunswick. As we get ready to come back to green, Brexton Bush is your leader in the Serve Pro 18B.
Now we see Sam Macedo has made his way to the second row. Starting on the outside, Nathan Williams, as we're back underway.
They funnel through 1 and 2. They're 3 wide in the middle of the pack. Battle for third. Macedo to the outside. Black 16, the 55 of Landon Thrasher, picks up position number 3. And now here comes Cole Johnson to the inside. Keep your eye on that 15 of Case James as well. That kid has been solid all week long so far. Lots of speed, but again, the depth of this competition, one small mistake puts you from that top 3 outside the top 5.
Yeah, we're seeing that with Macedo right now, stuck on the outside lane and losing several positions. Restarted third. It looks like he has dropped back to the 5th spot, now able to get in line in front of Case James. So if you're just joining us here on our live looking on Facebook, it's lap number 7. It's Colton Hale, more trouble.
Yellow.
Young Lions feature, Brexton Bush leading the way right now, and it has been a plethora of cautions so far. And Colton Hale, I believe, has been caught up in all of them, not all to his doing.
12B, this is your warning. You're going to get a rolled up black flag pointed at you.
We'll see. We have the replay here. Further back, last car in line, all on his own. And,
and that is the driver that did get that wall with Bryson Carlbert.
There somewhere, so stay a little low. There's a piece of debris.
So I'm sure that car not handling quite to his liking. And we talked about when we had Austin McDonald up here with us, he talked about how important track position was. 25 laps on a quarter mile, not a lot of time. And start back in the 20th spot, things cannot go your way, and that's what we're seeing here with Colton Hale today.
As we get ready to go back to green, this is the nice Canadian thing we do on our look-ins. Jeff Sprague is watching. He said, hey, Tim, it's Jeff Sprague from Lake Echo. Tell Jordan I will look after the plowing for him so he can stay in Florida.
Nice.
That is probably the nicest thing we've done on look-ins in a very long time. We will relay the message to the pit area.
2 laps in the work area have started.
So work area laps have begun. Field is doubled up, getting ready to go. Once again, USLegendCars.tv. If you're watching us on Facebook, there is the Colton Hale Joe Ryan Race Cars team.
There goes a fender getting thrown across the pit area.
So 2 laps in the work area.
1 lap in the work
That is
area.
the 5 of Ethan Hicken. Ethan's first time at a Winter Nationals event. That is the Tim's Corner Motorsports Bandolero Road Trip Champion. First time Atlantic Canada has crowned a Bandolero Tour champion. Ethan making his move up to Legend Cars. Good to see him, Jonathan, and the team here working with Nick Lascola. As they look in behind, they've been having some problems to start off their week. Didn't get the qualifying effort that they wanted to, but now looking at maybe a little bit more on that 5 car is the Joe Ryan Race Cars team in the 12, and that's not a good sign. Colton Hale's climbing from the car.
See the frustration there as he kicks the door. And this is a driver who, I marked as a championship contender, and he's going to be behind the 8 ball for the rest of the week.
And I think if you look at that, he's going to climb back in. I don't know if he's going to go back to his pit or not, but it looks like as we go green, there's a lot of those championship contenders I think we have marked down, especially in this division, that could win it. And we're wrecking one again. It's Sadie Parsons and Bryson Carlbert.
Camden Truitt, right front suspension destroyed on the T2 of Camden Truitt.
So we will throw the yellow flag again.
Drivers, this is why.
There you see.
Visible space.
This looks like one of those old modifieds you used to run on the beach.
Yep.
Visible space between your bumpers. This wouldn't happen in turn 1.
So there you see a look at the T2 of Truitt. And we'll take a look at the replay here. You see the inside That red car, the 11 of Bryson Carlbert, the white and blue T2 of Camden Truett. Maybe a little help from Riley Hutchins. And just looks like another one of those accordion effects. Another look here. Hutchins, maybe a little contact from Truett. And then, you know, Truett looking like one of those car hops on the roller skates.
Yes. Yeah, a classic Sonic drive-through.
All right, 3-car after the 45 goes by you. You pay attention to the official on the back
So
stretch.
John Kelly and team going to assist the T2. We've got Carlbert rolling back towards the field.
So a pretty lengthy start to this one. Only 7 laps complete. Brexton Busch has been up front for all of them. Nathan Williams currently runs in the second spot. Landon Thrasher, Colt Johnson, Sam Macedo currently your top 5. And it's going to be the end of the day for Cam Truett.
But again, another very capable team to get a car together and get it back for day number 2. If you're just joining us on US Legend Cars TV, you're watching us on the look-in. This is day number 1 of 5. We've got champions to crown in our points-paying divisions. Also want to thank a couple of supporters of this deal, including MPI. They've got the Up on the Wheel Award. So the driver that gains the most positions from their starting position picks up the daily award. The driver who has the most daily awards at the end of the week will pick up the overall MPI Up on the Wheel Award for Winter Nationals. And AFCO Racing Shocks presents the Fastest Lap Award in feature competition. And that'll be a end-of-week award. As busy place down there in the work area. The 3 of Sadie Parsons is down there. The 11 of Bryson Carlbert also down there.
It's a Florida-filled work area.
Absolutely it is. The 08 of Billy Lee obviously still there. But it looks like the work has, to say completed, they pushed Bryson down, but they might have pushed Bryson down past that yellow line as well. That's where the work area technically begins. Sadie Parsons is going back to their trailer by the looks of it. They are done. And they are going to push Bryson Carlbert back up the hill, and I believe they'll get the 11 back on the racetrack. So once again, the features this afternoon have time limits. It's a minute per lap, as Bryson Carlbert's going to try to get turned around here. Red flags, there's a little bit of fudge time, a little bit of leeway for red flags. Obviously, a 25-lap feature. We're 7 laps in and we're 30 minutes in, but there's that little bit of fudge time there for that red flag that we had earlier as the T2 gets the flat toe back. So we are going to be mighty close.
Here, let's start doubling up.
You see that smaller pink flag behind Dylan on that shot? That is the time flag.
The laps have started.
So again, if the time flag is displayed under green, the next flag will end the race. It will not be said on the radio because these drivers are racing and trying to concentrate. They're going to have to, somewhat look up at the flag stand and see pink. The pink is not in the light receiver either. That was asked at the drivers' meeting as well. But I'm sure it will come. If it is under caution like we are now, and we were to expire the time limit, Brad would tell the drivers that time limit has expired. The time flag would be displayed with the green on the next restart.
Lights out.
And then the race would be over on the next one.
Lights out, coming to green. Lights out, coming to green.
And we don't know exactly where we stand with that at the moment, but I feel like we're getting close.
Yeah. We're in that area. So once again, USLegendCars.tv if you're watching us on the look-in.
Drivers, you have 7 laps complete, and you do not have much time. So be expecting the time flag anytime. But let's settle down and race. Wonderful. You come here to run 7 laps and paid all that money.
Here comes the green.
Williams staying with Brexton Busch here. Maybe gives him a little bump. Tries to get underneath him off turn number 2.
Thrasher has his hands full with the 45 of Colt Johnson.
3 wide further back. Looks like Thek in the 52 perhaps still out there on the racetrack.
A couple of side-by-side battles, middle of the pack. This one here is a doozy between the 55 white 55 of Thrasher and the 45 of Colt Johnson, as Nathan Williams is on the back bumper of Brexton Bush for the lead in this one. They'll come down to 10 completed this time.
And now Colt Johnson clear of Landon Thrasher, so it's a 3-horse race at the front of this field. Nathan Williams, North Carolinian driver, running in the second spot, now has a wheel to the inside of Brexton Bush.
And here comes Colt Johnson to the inside. Keep your eye on the 45. That kid is absolutely sharp behind the wheel of that black Legend car prepared by Donnie St. Hours. Williams goes to the front in that Joe Ryan race car's entry. Johnson to second, and we said watch Case James. Here comes the 15J to the bottom, and Brexton Bush. Again, the outside line, that tack was supposed to help it. After a couple of days, it kind of loses its wear a little bit. And Brexton's trying to find a spot in line, but it might be back outside the top 5, and it is.
Yeah, he gets in line behind Landon Thrasher. That will put him, it looks like, 6th on the running order. Case James all over the back bumper of Colt Johnson now. And, you know, with the way the track is right now, it's like it has that old school Martinsville feel to it. The bottom is the preferred line. You get stuck on the outside, you're probably not going to go anywhere unless you have a really good race car.
Nathan Williams has been down here a couple of years at Winter Nationals, has run all the major events for Joe Ryan race cars. This would be a, oh no, it's Ethan Hicken and Simon Klein.
Top of turn 2, stay on the bottom.
I was about to say, and now he's going to have to hold on a Delaware double. This would be huge for this kid if he can hold on to it.
For sure.
So Hicken in the 5, Klein in the 32, bringing out the yellow flag. We did have a comment from Tim Brockhouse. I miss all of y'all, but I don't enjoy this part. Or I don't miss this part.
5E in front of 15.
Dale Pooler is watching from CMS as the 5 of Ethan Hicken gets the push from John Kelly. As Ethan tries to get that 5 car refired. And he'll go to the pits, and that's a DQ.
5, that's a black flag. That's a black flag. You're not allowed to re-enter the race. 5 car. That is a black flag. You're not allowed to re-enter the race. 45.
So for those that are joining us, in order to properly exit the racetrack, you have to go in at a turn 2, down through the infield and across, and wait for an official to bring you across. Ethan Hicken did not wait for an official, took matters into his own hands. It was said multiple times in the drivers' meeting. He is done for the afternoon.
Yeah, and that's something Auburndale Speedway does on a weekly basis as well, because of where pit exit is. We've had cars turn across the racetrack and someone else is coming.
Not the greatest when it comes to safety and all that other stuff, but
In the box, guys.
we are getting close here. The time flag is still in the holster, so we'll keep an eye on that as the green flag flies. Nathan Williams leads him down into turn number 1. The 45 of Colt Johnson. Oh no.
Macedo and Brexton Bush. Carlbert's in it.
Carlbert got it from all 4 corners, too. I think he got Brexton on the left-hand side, and the right-hand side he got Eli Black. Bryson Nichols in the 80 car hasn't been able to catch a break. Benke.
Guys, let's just stop. Red flag. Red flag.
And that's going to bring us to our second red flag of this race. And you see frustration. You can get a good look at the light receiver here, that white and yellow car flashing red.
And that's Bryson Nichols' car. And that is and we talk about safety innovations. This is one of those, and it is connected to our scoring system up here. Brad has a control as well, so when he goes green, he yells green, 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 hits the green flag button. Here's the replay. Macedo and around Bush and Thrasher.
I don't think it was Brexton Bush. It was the contact with Thrasher. Looks like wheel-to-wheel contact with the 55 of Thrasher.
Poor Bryson Carlbert. Watch the 11 car through this as well, too. So there's Macedo. There might be a smidge of contact there.
This is what sends him around, though, is the contact with the car to his outside.
There was a red flag.
Right there, you see the rear end of the 16 jump off the ground.
Kept rolling. I don't understand it. I really don't.
And then at this point, there's just nowhere for these guys to go.
Bryson gets little air there and then gets a lot of air here. Good job by Cal Anderson to get through that.
Watch for the record.
Here's a look at it here from a different angle.
There's contact there from the 18 and the 16.
Yeah.
And then everybody trying to get through here. Watch the 42 thread some needles here because the car in front of him doesn't get through.
Wow. And Bryson just tried to shoot the gap and mistimed it.
Can we see that at full speed to see how impressive that was by the 42? Yeah, watch the orange car at the back of the field here because the car in front of him, Bryson Carl, gets it from all four corners. Right there, look at that, right through
nice.
there. That is swift. That is a Macintosh race cars. They are from New England, and a good group over there. Got to chat with them on practice day, and they're looking forward to improving and just learning. And that's a lot of the when you look at some of these teams that are down here for the first time, as you see Macedo in the pits in the 16 car, a lot of these drivers learn so much, and especially if you're from the north or the northeast, you pretty much get half a season or a third of a season in 5 days here. You learn so much and about turning around a race car, repairing a race car, and what have you. It is very impressive of what these drivers are able to do and what these teams are able to do and able to learn in a 5-day or a 6-day span. You include the practice day that we had on Sunday. So, James Gilliland, dude, racing on a Monday while I'm working. These kids are living the dream.
Yes.
Aiden McConaughey, that didn't last long. It's these kids they're all, and we go back to the talent in this field. Everybody is on top of each other speed-wise. If you make one mistake, you lose a bunch of positions, but if you also make one mistake, it could be the mistake of about 15 others that are behind you too, right? Carson Abe is watching. John Cook is watching, and he's from beautiful Pictou County, Nova Scotia, so you know he's cheering on Ethan Hicken. They are probably buried in 15 feet of snow up there, but I'm glad they are watching. Canadian Motorsport Hall of Famer Greg Seward is watching as well, so want to say hello to him. And Brexton is out of the car, having a conversation with John Kelly.
Hey, our good buddy Scott McLean from Pictou is here.
Yep. Yep. He's from beautiful Scottsburn. You want to talk about a place that has, like, you go to New Glasgow, there's it's an area, a town, you know, they've got stuff. Scottsburn is way out in the middle of nowhere. You think you're out in the middle of nowhere, and then you find Scott McLean 5 miles down the road.
You were full speed.
And he's the type of guy that you would expect to be from the middle of nowhere, right? So I loaded up with Scott and Jesse Martinez. We went to Walmart last night, and Scott found the Little Debbie aisle.
They discontinued those in Canada.
Oh, that explains it. That's what it is.
We can't get the. Is it the zebra cakes?
He got Twinkies.
Okay.
Which I guess that's Hostess, but
yeah. You can't get the Little Debbie stuff in Canada anymore.
Okay.
And somebody's going to correct me and say they're hoarding them, and I'm going to tell them bring them to Nova Scotia. Absolutely. Final race in the look-in, by the way. So USLegendCars.tv. We got a couple of more moments in this one. Dylan has not displayed the pink flag yet. Dylan's doing a great job up there, by the way. Winter Nationals, he was here for Showdown. He's here on a regular basis as well, our flag man for the week. As John Kelly is going to get that car back up in the air.
And that just shows you how quick things can go in the wrong direction. Brexton Bush started on the pole, led, or on lap 14. He led at least the first 7 laps of this race before getting shuffled to the outside and back to the 6th spot, and then trouble on this restart. There's another driver. Runs here on a regular basis, Bryson Carlbert. His older brother, Dodge Carlbert, has won a Sportsman Championship here, now running some sprint car stuff as well. Bryson won some Charger races, both here and the Spring Series at Nashville.
Good kid, good family, as you mentioned. Working with Jared Hawley as well. Jared is a stand-up driver in the semi-pro division, and just a really good group from Florida. And you hate to see that. Wrong place, wrong time. And I'm sure they'll get that thing back and ready to go for tomorrow's racing action. Want to say hello to Isabel Getson, who's watching from Prince Edward Island. Carson Abe says he's talking about Scott McLean being one of the best fellows around, and Joey Moser is watching. He's our flagman on the Bandolero road trip at home, and he's asking how the how the refreshments are, and I'll have that conversation with Joey a little bit later. Wyatt Flowers is watching from Alaska. Ty Torkelson has had some speed this week in the Masters division. Really looking forward to that race later on. Joe Green is watching from Bismarck, North Dakota. Brian Womble is pulling for Ryland Spate from Eastern North Carolina. Dan Brickley is watching our look in from Southern California. Bruce Brown is watching from Tennessee. Amber Lee Hutchins is cheering on Riley, and Riley's been like back and forth in this feature. She is still out there in that little clump. She is actually waving too, so she can hear us. That is great. we can be heard. So here is the 18B team. There's Kyle Busch working on the car. Brexton's waiting for them to do some work. Some Joe Ryan race car folks there trying to get that 18B back out onto the racetrack. Craig Weigel is watching. Want to say hello to Craig. There's one of the hardest working men in the pits right there. There's Ed Owens. Ed is our lead technical inspector, and Ed was telling me, we were talking shop earlier this week about, where's the Airbnbs, where are you staying this week? And he told me he had a pot of venison chili waiting for him at home. Ooh. He didn't tell me where his Airbnb was, and it's a good thing because I would be over there. Love a good venison chili. John Hammer is watching from Indiana. Ed McKenzie is watching. Nathan Harper. Once again, drop a comment down below. We've got 11-ish laps to go in this one. I believe the time limit might be coming up sooner rather than later.
All right, drivers, fire them up, roll them off. Fire them up, roll them off.
See Sticks back there from Legends Nation. Busy work area as they tend to the right front corner of the 18B. Lucas getting some great shots back there, too.
And this gives you a good idea, Tim. It takes a village, right? So see a lot of these guys thrashing on this race car, trying to get him back out there. So you got to get every point you can. It's a 5-day deal. You have one bad day, could put you out of it. So you got to make up as much as you can here.
And especially with this field being so, quantity is great, but also the talent to make up what you need to make up in 4 days. And this is a car that led laps today.
Right.
Obviously, we know Brexton is a very capable driver. This team is a very capable team. As they continue to look over the race car and try to get Brexton back in and ready to go. John Kelly, Ed Owens looking over. And again, we are mighty close on the time limit. So I say that, and I see the pink flag is out of the holster, and it is in being displayed. So the time limit has been exhausted. So we will go green the next time by, and the next flag from there will end this race. So they are still working on that 18B.
All right. 5E in front of the 15. 5E in front of the 15. Up 2. 5E up 2.
We actually have a celebrity watching our look-in. Nim Cross is watching our look-in.
52 up 1.
Tony Stevens is very excited in the truck. Used to work with Nim on the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series, which used to be the Drivers' World Championship back in the day. Hope you're doing well, Nim. Hope you're enjoying some great racing with us. And there is the time limit displayed on our screen. So the next flag, once we go green, will end this race.
I thought that was the LG logo at first.
Yeah.
80, your frame horns are exposed. You've been black flagged. 80, frame horns are exposed. You're being black flagged for a front bumper. Frame horns exposed. Go to the work area, bud.
Bryson Nichols. And I want to point out, you have to have the bumper attached
It has to be attached to both, and there is a frame horn exposed on this on the front, I believe. So it'll head back, and they'll get that repaired, and they will have 2 laps. And, well, the wrecker has moved, and the good thing for Brexton is there's still cleanup on the racetrack. We still have 1 car in turn number 1 that needs pushed. So there's the 80 car back onto the...
And this will give him even more time because the 80 is going to get 2 laps to get that bumper changed.
So bumper is behind the yellow line, so they can go to work. And race director Brad Hockaday has the same shot that we have, so he can see what is going on in the work area.
77, hang on here.
Had a question on our look-in. Is Sam back out? Sam Macedo is back out on the racetrack, circulating at the back of the field. So the 16 car has made their way back out.
Guys, slow here. 3 works here. They're down there trying to clean up oil dry.
So once again, if you're just joining us, time limit has been reached. If you're watching us on our live look-in after Victory Lane, we will close off that look-in. You're going to want to head to uslegendcars.tv to see all the racing action. We're going to have some fun this week.
Work area, stay at the bottom until I tell you it's okay to come up the hill. Till the 77 is through the work area, that's when you can come up the hill. Stay put, 18, stay put, 18, stay put.
And Brexton Busch going to get turned around and return to the racetrack. Here comes another car into the hot pit area. That's the 77 of Jackson Fuchs.
Listen to what we're telling you. All right, 18B, come up the hill, stop at the official, we'll tag you.
Driver out of Virginia.
All right, work area laps started at about the back gate for the 77. Or, sorry, start-finish line. 27 is done. All right, let's double them up. Let's double them up. All right, let's double them up, drivers. Double them up. We'll be 1 to green right here. 1 to green right here.
So 1 to green, and the time limit flag is in the flag stand. So you can see it right there. Well, it's behind Dylan in that shot. There it is.
He has it in the other hand.
Green and time at the flag stand.
Pink and green. It's Cosmo and Wanda.
As we get ready to go to green, it's that yellow car up in front, Nathan Williams. Going to lead this field to green and try to close it out.
In the box.
Green and time displayed. Next flag will end the race if we can get to the remaining 11 laps.
Well, we've at least made it through 1 and 2. Williams,
Drivers making moves,
no,
and that's going to be
do
it.
Or are we going to stay green?
It's in the infield. Nathan Williams.
He's trying to roll.
Williams leads him down the back straightaway. Johnson in a second. Thrasher, James, and Pate, your top 5. Hutchins looking at black for position number 6. As Burnett will pull away from the infield, we will stay green. 9 laps to go in this Young Lions feature. Top 5, nose to tail. Black has escaped with 6th. And now Johnson trying to get by the 117 of Nathan Williams. To the back bumper. Little tickle. Down to the bottom. Tries to open the door. Cannot do it that time.
Yeah, if you're Colt Johnson, you got to go after it here. You can't bide your time because you don't know how much time you have left. Someone else in the back could spin, and that's the end of the race. So,
absolutely. Got to get what you can and get it now because the time has expired on this field. Great run at a 2 for Nathan Williams. Put about a half car length between himself and Colt Johnson. Johnson, I think, might be a touch better in the 3 and 4 side of this racetrack. He gets a great run down into the corner, sails it in deep, cannot get there. 5 laps remaining, or the next flag will end this race. Pate getting close to the 15 of James at the back end of that shot for 5th. There is Thek and Macedo. Macedo was at the back when we started this run. He is back up
8th.
through the field into 8th. Absolutely.
Johnson with a pretty good run as we see 3 laps to go. Will he use the bumper? There is a little bump. Roots the 17 of Williams up the racetrack.
Down to the bottom side as the 45 of Colt Johnson trying to bring it home. Nathan Williams trying to hold on to it. Is there a crossover? There's room for the 117.
Yellow.
And Brexton Bush is around. That will do it.
Race is over. Race is over. 45 to victory lane. Everybody else exit the racetrack.
So Colt Johnson makes that move at just the right time. Gets past Nathan Williams.
Everybody
We complete the lap.
Do not stop on the front straightaway.
And Colt Johnson is your winner here on day number 1 in the Young Lions. It looked like Nathan Williams perhaps was going to try to give it back to him in turns 3 and 4. We'll take a look here at what led to the end of the race. And it's Brexton Bush all on his own there in turn number 2 going around. Turn 2 has plagued a couple drivers already today. As you see Colt Johnson, very happy young man here on the front stretch in victory lane at Auburndale, winner of the Young Lions feature on day number 1. And we're going to send it downstairs. Tim Terry.
Colt Johnson is your winner. And Colt, you had to time that move knowing the time limit was coming up. How did you make that move and make it stick?
I don't know. I just didn't want to be irrational and go for it too soon and then get us racing and let everybody by. So I took my time, set it up, got it right, and just God's gift that the caution came out.
How big is this for you to kick off the week with a win?
It's huge. We kind of not struggled a little bit, but we've been chasing a couple bit of people, so we got this thing dialed in really good right now, and we're ready for tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's Colt Johnson, your winner in the Young Lions. That'll do it on our look, and head to uslegendcars.tv for the rest of the racing action. Austin, we've got Bandoleros behind us.
All right, so Colt Johnson picking up the win there in the Young Lions feature. Started in the 6th position. Didn't lead until the very end.